You are listening to episode 31 of the Underhook Show. My name is Steve, as always, alongside my co-host Chris. Chris, how you doing on this Wednesday evening?
I'm a little tired, but hey, we're making it. I had a good episode of Dynamite. Ready to talk it with you. Ready to knock it out the park as always, brother.
Yeah, I had fun with this TV. Before we get into what all that entails, quick programming update. This will be the last episode for a little bit. As we always say in here, life be lifing, and I'm in a position to where I'm about to drop everything I have going on, and I'll be out of state for at least a week, more likely, as long as everything goes as planned, more than 1 week. But I think I will be back in Indiana around full gear time, which, hey, that's, what a way to get back into it, right?
Hey, so far, you're heading into a pretty decent card.
Yeah. So if you don't see any activity on whatever you keep up with us on, is because I just won't be here, and I am not taking a podcast setup with me, at least at this time. So, and plus, I just don't know if I'll be able to pay attention to wrestling regularly. So, with that being said, let's have a good one just before I have to step away for a while. But did you watch any other wrestling this week?
I did not. I've been really busy just getting everything situated with the new house. But I've seen a lot of clips of wrestling. I've seen a random promo video that led up for WrestleMania. But other than that, I thought it was Chris Jericho. They got me. Right?
Oh, all the shoes and stuff.
Yeah, they got me. But it's fine. But no, I didn't watch literally anything. I've been on an old school kick watching, like I told you, 1990s WWF superstars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So while you're on your hiatus, I might be cooking up in something, a little something.
Yeah, keep it locked here. We'll post any output on our end.
Yeah. I didn't see anything. I wanted to check out Halloween Havoc, actually, the NXT,
Mm-hmm.
but I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah, I'm with you. I actually I don't think I saw anything on the card. Was that
That's the
the
Iguana and
Hio de Dr. Wagner against Ethan Page, right?
yeah. And then Iguana and
Like the new La Parka, right?
yeah,
Okay.
against Javon Evans, our boy, that boy Bouncy, and shit, Leon Slater.
Okay, yeah, that actually I don't know much about the new La Parka, but that actually might be fun. Uh the only thing I saw from the NXT show was like I think WWE fans are not familiar with the fact that people will rip lucha masks for heat,
Yeah,
and they acted like Wagner got like lost his mask, but he did not. Um Again, that's going to be part of the whole introducing those who are only in the routine of watching WWE to different parts of kind of the greater spectrum of the sport. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody learns sometimes. With the poster thing, I did find it funny because I'm not sure if it's AI or not. I know some people said the hands kind of looked weird. Um, but those pointing out that there are no women on the poster, well, look where the Royal Rumble is this year and look where Mania is next year. And that will tell you why. Yeah. So, I did not get to anything else. I'm almost through March of 2025. And since I'll have like 6 hours of travel to and back, as long as my internet holds up on the Ohio Turnpike, I should be good to just push through on that stuff. So I'll be catching up on my match of the year, wrestler of the year research while I'm away. But there's been some big things going on, like the Mayu Iwatani EO match was last weekend, which I planned on getting to and I did not. And another week you could throw up in the tally of weeks where I plan on watching Collision and did not as well. But
I wanted to see that 8-man. I missed that too.
Yeah, because it also kind of tailed into the four-way on this show. So
I had a Bino Halloween party turn into a tag tournament. I had a tag title shot. Hey, me and my partner, we almost had it. We coming back from them belts though. I'm like,
Sounds like a hell of a way to spend a Halloween party.
It was awesome. I went as El Generic, or I went as yeah. It was my Danhausen mask, but it looks like an El Generico mask. So El Danhausen.
There you go. But
Yeah.
other than that, other aside from my rambling, we can get into the TV tonight. The wrestling that we did watch. This was the Fright Night edition of AEW, which it's funny because like I remember I was another bit of shinfo here. I was like laying out a logo to pitch to somebody for their band. And the Fright Night font was one of the ones I used. Because I was just looking up like death metal fonts and stuff. So that's the death metal font that they use for the Fright Night.
I'm
But
almost positive one of the companies that uh, has product for us uses that same font also.
I know one of the companies sells a product with the SpongeBob font on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know
yeah.
which one I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
Good stuff too.
Yeah,
This was
the
the
only reason I know is because I have a T-shirt with that exact same font from that company. Just
yeah yeah no they make good stuff. Yeah, Fright Night edition of Dynamite from October 29th, 2025, from the Rio Grande Valley. So this was another Texas show, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, which makes sense
Texas.
for that Bandito promo later on.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, that was so awesome.
Yeah. Oh man, strap the rockets.
Yeah. Yeah, Texas crowds for AEW historically very good. I think this one was no exception. Especially at the beginning of the show, they were ready for this one. Uh, Little to no like last couple weeks, I feel like they've taken a while to get the show going. Just as far as like in the room, it'd be a lot of pre-tapes running through cards, etc.
Not this
This
time.
one just opened up with a match, and it was Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy against the Death Riders. The
This
Death Riders
open.
B team.
This opened up with the Underhook match number one of the night.
Oh yeah. This was awesome. Garcia and Yuta against Darby and Orange Cassidy. Tornado rules, which tornado rules means there's no rules.
Garcia's
And
music in
yeah,
his entrance. Yes.
yeah, way better than whatever the hell they were doing the last time we saw him, where I think they used Yuta's music instead.
I got the first note. Ute spawning out of nowhere and just clocking Orange Cassidy in the crowd
Yeah,
when Daniel Garcia threw him over the guardrail. I was like, yeah, we're in for it. This is it. We're here.
shame on me for thinking after both of the Darby Moxley matches that either of them would take time off
Yeah, no,
because they've both been on every week since. And Darby doing Darby things with the chair tope always looking terrifying as ever, finding somewhere off of the riser seats to jump off of. But one of my favorite bits and pieces here, and I don't know if you have this in your notes or not, where it was like that like double Romero special thing
yeah,
where he like flung him into the turnbuckle.
I put double Romero question mark. What the fuck question mark? Ouch. So yeah,
It looked sick.
yeah. No, dude, this match fucking rule. And dude, Yuta needs to be on my TV more. Like he's every week he's getting better,
Hmm.
and it's just like the him being the bump guy is always great. And then Garcia too. There was another spot there. I forgot what the other spot was that I had. Was it the splash? I think Wheeler did like a splash. Yeah, Wheeler did a splash through the table. Looks sick.
Yeah, he got air on that too.
Yeah, so pretty solid match though. I fucked with it.
Yeah, and with Yuta too, I think he really over because it's been around a year now where he's been in this spot as like the like the bump guy or kind of the run to the litter sort of thing. So he's really embraced just being that shithead. But as you saw with something like the that like Romero spur, I think Danielson called it a surfboard, was that you have to remember like Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia are both really good on the mat. So seeing them incorporate a little bit of that flavor into like a wild match like this was really cool.
Absolutely. Hot
So,
opener
so
too. Good. I think a good way to open the show.
Yeah. I think bit of a fail safe here by just having this match with everyone flying around, all kind of stuff, and like the plunder didn't feel too like overbearing. Like, yeah, this was a good way to stretch the feud out, and obviously with where they're going, this was kind of the first building block in play because this show, I think they actually did a good job of taking something that could be seen as like a middle of the road TV, but making you look ahead at both the TV special and the pay per view. Like, I think they did a good job of keeping those things fresh in your mind and taking steps to where now we have the Blood and Guts roster. Now we have the title matches, etc. And by opening and they didn't close the show with Death Riders. It was top of the second hour. But doing multi segments with the Death Riders, I think this was the right choice for this to go first. So
yeah, dude, it was good. It's solid.
Yeah, we recommend this one for sure. Yes,
I recommend the first two matches for sure. I mean, every match on this card was good, but like first two back to back were solid.
Yeah. Before we get to that second match, though, we did get the Bucks backstage.
We had Hook backstage before that.
Oh, we did, and Hook's when he's not doing the heavily produced stuff, it can be hit or miss. But I thought this was good, and I love that he's going right for Joe, and I love that he kind of has the whole "I knew what you were" before you kind of peeled it back, which played greatly into the main event.
We did it,
yeah, we'll get into that one too. Yeah, again, a lot of good stuff on this TV. Something I did not like is I don't like the Bucks being in the Don Callis orbit.
I wrote down we don't need that we don't need them in Don Callis universe again.
One more person in that faction is too much. Let alone adding another tag team.
I don't think they're gonna go that route. I think it's gonna be that's how you get them to turn face.
Yeah, which I don't really.
I don't want that either.
Want that either? Yeah.
But if we're doing lesser of two evils, I guess.
Yeah. Finally got the Bucks in a good spot, and
if it's Kenny's, you know what I'm saying, like Kenny's hourglass, you know what I'm saying, and he wants to be with his friends, I get it, you know. And,
yeah. So only time will tell on that front, but
yeah, I mean they showed their ass off in the next match. I'll tell you that. There's a sequence I wrote down that I loved.
Yeah,
I'll never do that.
Intro though for Don Callis fronting the budget to give them the big entrance again. That was funny.
Oh, and the pyro scared them.
Yeah, yeah. They're kind of just like, oh, all right, yeah, like cool, we'll do this. Leading into one of the first of two 4-ways because AEW loves a 4-way in 2025. Winner faces Brodito at the pay-per-view. FTR, Jet Speed, Jurassic Express join the Young Bucks and. Well, shit, Chris, I think you said it last week as far as we were trying to pinpoint where everything falls with the title scene. Looking more like FTR are getting those belts again, but it took another party match to get there. I think you're a little bit more enthusiastic on this one than I was, so what do you got for me?
Well, there was a couple of spots, because, me, I'm a PWG spot guy. It was like towards the end of the match where the Young Bucks hit the super kick party. They started a super kick, but it was a super kick, and then they hit into the Shatter Machine, which led into a BTE trigger. I just thought that was sick.
Yeah, that was like straight up video game stuff.
Yeah, I said, okay, they hit a combo breaker. Okay, but
they started the match with their 5 finisher slots loaded up. Yeah,
but the match did start off really slow though. I did write that down. So it never really got the kick into. It kicked into the gear, but it felt really rushed into that gear. If that makes sense.
You know what always throws me off with these matches is when they do fatal 4-way tags. I could never tell if it's like 4 people in the ring at the same time or like where you have to tag in and out. And with kind of the whole party match layout, eventually everyone's going to be in the ring regardless.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I mean, I didn't dislike this. I just, I think it just left me a little bit colder. But I also think that eventually we got to stop having Jet Speed get pinned like this because it's 3 in a row now with FTR. I understand that circumstances here are a lot different with all the combination offense, all the different moving parts, etc. But I think they booked themselves into a corner here a little bit, given that FTR obviously going to win this. I think it's too soon for Jurassic Express to eat a pin with what they want to do with them, and I think they've cooled off Jet Speed a considerable amount. So I don't know if that was necessarily the right choice, but I don't think. I mean, I don't think it's not like a abhorrent offense here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna get FTR back in that title picture regardless. So yeah,
It's a very convoluted way to get there, but I mean,
right.
I didn't mind it. It was good, but
Yeah, fun.
I also wrote down. I'm wondering if they are planning to break up Jet Speed? Question mark. Just because, like you said, they cooled them down a lot now. You know, make them singles guys. But what do you do? But then what do you do in that sense, though? I guess.
Well, I think in the immediate future, one if not both of them will be in the tournament.
Oh, yeah,
Speedball has to be in the Continental Classic.
Absolutely. I mean, both of them for sure.
I think you could easily put both of them in there. So maybe that's the plan. So
we'll get there.
Yeah. Back from break. Oh, the Don Callis Summit was next.
Yeah, okay. I wrote down this segment was way longer than it needed to be, but the ending was hilarious.
Yeah. First of all, the whole time I was laughing that they flew out Hechisera just to sit at this table.
Looking dapper.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm used to Lance Archer aura farming at this point. His fit was crazy.
They gave Rocky Romero a mic.
Yeah, they gave him a mic. His jacket was crazy too, by the way. It had the Western stuff.
Dude, that's his outfit all the time.
Yeah,
that's what he be rocking. I said, man, love it. Where's my man? Is Trent hurt again?
Trent must be. I mean, we know War Dog is, but
I forgot he's in the family. Hey, what about Andrade? Where's he at?
Okay, so this is my biggest takeaway. I do not believe he was in the mural.
No, he wasn't.
And they haven't mentioned him since.
Yeah.
So I think he's gone again. Which would be him of showing up on TV unprompted and then disappearing off TV unprompted. If he shows back up on WWE television again in the very near future, it's
let me tell you,
it's going to be so funny.
If he shows up on WWE television in the near future, get that bag, get the bag, because they keep hiring you. And it's like they keep doing it. Like, you're just trying to get work.
I'll say Andrade is a true worker in every sense of the word, man.
Oh man, sidebar. It's completely unrelated. I did see a clip of Vikingo turning heel. Huh? I think
Did he turn heel on the AAA show?
I believe so, because it was something. I need to go back and watch it, but I'll give a better review next time. But
I'm sure Dom versus Dragon Lee is cool.
Well, I seen a clip of like Vikingo cutting a promo, and it was very heelish, and then Dom came out, I think, and then Dom's super over, and then Grande Americano came over. He's super over down there. It's weird. It's it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very strange happenings there, but
you just said Andrade, and it just clicked in my head that I did see that clip also. So
this Andrade stuff though is so like it's so insane that like it's just hard to look away from. Like wherever he pops up next is gonna be like must see. Which hey, credit to him for just working.
He's trying to get a check. I get it. I understand.
Yeah, get the bag, dude. But clearly we know where this is going. Takeshita Okada on the table. They're still doing the Can We Coexist thing. I'm sure they're going to do that for at least another week or two. But yeah, him flipping the bird after reaching in for the handshake. Telegraphed, you knew it was coming, but when it did, it wasn't any less funny. So, yeah, it looks like this is happening a lot sooner than we thought. Takeshita will be defending his title on Sunday against Hiroki Goto. And I would assume whoever wins that match, I mean, it's all but certain whoever wins that match will be walking into the dome with the belt. So I think we'll have a better idea of how everything's going to fall into place after that.
Hell yeah. I just know the handshake to the middle finger, his face, his smile, hilarious.
Yeah. Because he was sitting there all stoic, like typical Okada, and then like just
He gave him the Vince McMahon middle finger too, by the way. Like the super spread out middle finger.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so they're gonna be. Looks like they're gonna be tagging together tomorrow. By the way, or not tomorrow, Saturday.
Against the Acclaimed. Yeah. Or sorry, Caster and Bowens, not the Acclaimed.
So two tag teams that can't get on the same page. There, that should go well.
Let's see TV.
Yeah. Then we got a vignette for Olympia, who will be challenging Mercedes Moné on that same episode of Collision. A lot of interpromotional stuff going on. October CMLL dedicates. They have like the International Women's Grand Prix show, but they dedicate a good amount of their shows to the women. As most recently, Mercedes was just there, and the Triangle of Madness were there last Friday. And to their credit, I believe Julia Hart Sky Blue also worked Saturday in Arena de Coliseo. So a lot of back and forth between the two promotions. So it's cool to see them kind of take the momentum off of the Grand Prix and then immediately have a CMLL title defense on Collision. So that'll be one to watch for sure. I don't know much about Olympia, but I'll definitely check out the match.
Was going to be my next question would be, do you know anything about Olympia?
Yeah. Yeah, I do not. I'll be real.
I'll tune in, check her out.
Yeah. She seems like on the larger side, like she's like a tank.
Yeah, she kind of.
So I think
she has that. Who's that? I can't remember the woman that she reminds me of. I think she also wrestled in AEW once. Maybe she wear a mask.
She's more Yeah, she's like more muscular.
Yeah.
So, but hey, I always say Mercedes when it's like the big little match. Mercedes always does really well in that role.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that's the case.
They should bring out what's that girl's name? Bozilla? No.
Dude, yes.
Bring her. I like Bozilla.
Yeah, man. Then to kind of play into that. Speaking of Mercedes being in matches where she's the smaller wrestler, Chris Statlander in a promo, basically just saying, hey, if you want to talk shit, like, come say it to me, which they would get to that later. But World Champion Stat, I think, has been going well. I think this promo was handled well. And she was doing, she had the Goku costume on.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So
I like this version of Stat. Yeah, I'm kind of worried, though. But
a lot of time. I think we'll have a better idea once this build's fully fleshed out. Next match of the night, Jon Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly, a rematch from last week where Moxley got himself intentionally disqualified. And this one had another fucked finish, but I think the fact that they did a rematch, it was clear that this was going to serve the angle more.
Yeah.
I still think these two have some really great chemistry. I loved the counter out of the Gotch style pile driver where he leveraged it into a triangle. That was sick.
I love the Achilles heel spot.
Mm-hmm.
Where he curb stomped it to get out of the. He blocked the block, So yeah, that spot was awesome. I for sure thought he was gonna punch Aubrey Edwards. Like how he did Paul Turner. Or he was gonna at least try, go for it and realize who it was and then stop, kind of thing. But
Mox always has that. He always has an ace up his sleeve, being Marina Shafir. So she was able to intervene, but I don't think that the match itself was surpassed last week's, but obviously this was not like a fully fleshed out match compared to that because of the angle.
I feel like the match last week was better.
Yeah.
But it's still a good match.
I agree.
I was still excited for it.
Yeah. I agree. Last week, I think there was just a little bit more there, but I think to use this to get to that boiling point for Blood and Guts was like I appreciate how this was all booked and laid out for us. To where Moxley's taking all the shortcuts he can. Now you were once again putting him into a situation of a match where you could only win by giving up.
Yeah.
There's no pinfalls in Blood and Guts. So man, it's wild if they do this again to where it's just like Moxley once again
Quits.
yeah. But it works.
I'm telling you, this is where we see the downfall. He's gonna quit, and then Claudio's gonna turn on him, and it's just gonna be a slow transition.
Yeah, it's interesting because anytime I've seen this come around, those who have I think followed Claudio's career very closely have pointed out that he's often, I believe the word I've seen thrown around is a walk behind her. Like he's never the one to take initiative and to lead the group. So I do want to see how that plays out. Even if Claudio is often the man to pull the trigger, is it going to be Marina's group after that? Is somebody else going to step in? But I mean, that's the intrigue with all of this, because I mean, I can't see the Death Riders actually winning this. But heading into the match, though, we take the result out of the equation. This is absolutely stacked, implying it's. I mean, I have to be 4-on-4, right?
Let's see, Darby, Mark. No, it'd be 5-on-5.
Who's their fifth? Roddy?
Yeah, it'd be Roddy, Darby, Mark, Kyle, and Orange against Death Riders, because Pac, you know.
Oh, Pac, that's right. They just didn't fly him out. Cool.
Yeah. Because I was
Even
thinking
better.
that too. Well, I wrote that down too, and then I just thought about it. I was like, wait, Pac is back. Because I put Gabe Kidd, question mark. And then, but
Yeah.
Pac, because that would be, you know. So that's what I was thinking, 5-on-5. So, because it's usually 5-on-5, right? Or is it 4-on-4?
I think I've seen, depending on the promotion, multiple variations, but that works for me. I'm never going to complain about Pac and Roddy being added to a match. So, speaking of, I guess Pac's finisher now is a lariat, or at least he beat Ishii with a lariat, and I saw like weird discourse about that, and I don't know what to tell people. Like, when you see somebody who is 200% muscle mass going that fast, I think if you get hit by someone going that fast who's that big, you're going to be knocked down for 3 seconds at least. So
At the very least. I would be knocked out for 3 years. I hope it is the lariat, because I want him to not do the air. If he's going to be that huge, we don't need you to be doing all that flying stuff right now. I want you to stay healthy.
yeah. I want like on my 2026 wish list, I put on there one really good consistent year of Pac with no injuries, no visas. I know the visa stuff is very, you can't control that when it happens.
Healthy, just be healthy.
Yeah, because it felt like we had that on the cards, and then he just got like, I feel like he got taken out right before the Death Rider stuff started to turn for the better, which was a shame. But we got him now, so just hope all this goes well. Yeah, Blood and Guts for the men. I was not excited for it at all, especially because we weren't certain of the lineups, but I think they went with the safest picks man for man. Like, this should at the very least be fun.
It's in like a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's in 2 weeks.
And they didn't announce the women's one. Did they just forget they're just not going to do it now?
No, I think they still are. I just think, I think
my,
they wanted to stagger it out, because
my
on
only
one
issue
night,
is,
yeah.
My only issue is if they're going to do both. Are they going to do both of them on one night?
Yeah, I think you open and close the show with each.
Yeah, okay. Man, it just I think it's the timing sucks because of the tag tournament.
Unless you do one on Collision, but I highly doubt that's.
Yeah, you had to, and that's just live.
Yeah, I just don't think that's a very good idea.
Absolutely not.
But back from commercial, we did get Stat and Mercedes with like a pull apart brawl, and
Yo, that bank statement into the O face was sick.
Yeah, we got to preview the Athena Mercedes team, which I am just so excited to see them. I hope that they're not one and done because I want to just see what they can come up with, like regards to this stuff. It might have been the camera angle, but like it looked like Stat took the move strange to where like it felt like there was like a lot of pressure on her neck, which obviously the stuff's supposed to look like it really hurts. So that didn't bother me. I just hope she's okay. But that being said, seeing Stat and Athena in the same ring, hopefully we get there one day. Um,
And I just I can't wait to see their first tag team. Or yeah, because they're going against the Babes of Wrath. Yeah, that's their name, Babes of Wrath. Uh,
yeah,
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 that's
I'm
really,
excited for this.
yeah,
Yeah,
on paper that's sick. So
yeah, I'm down for that. Like I said, I believe it was last week. With tags, you can mask someone's either flaws or inexperience. This is Harley Cameron. I think it's more of an experience. Um, you can work around that, and I don't think there's two better people on the roster to guide her than Athena and Mercedes. Obviously, the Mercedes Harley match was a lot of fun. A lot of really good chemistry in this match, so I look forward to that next week. But before we got to that one, we had the opener of the tournament.
can't have nothing nice. I swear to God.
Dude, I get it. I get it. But and also this is where I think we're still getting the women's blood and guts. But
Yeah, because of the ending, it makes sense. No, yeah, I think I was just so pissed. I'm not pissed because Sky Blue was bumping her ass off in this match,
yeah,
and there was a sequence where they hit. It was a shotgun like drop kick from I think maybe like Brett's rope, maybe, and then Aminata just picked her up and hit her with that twisting fisherman driver. She was already dead after the drop kick. Just leave her. But man,
I think for the greater good and for just like a palate cleanser, can we please get a Jamie Hayter Queen Aminata tag team squash match on Collision?
just something.
Like
Because
they need to book they need to book these two like the Road Warriors, dude.
God, they acted like it in this damn match. There was a kick. There was a boot at one point that Aminata swung off of. I'm pretty sure it was Julia Hart. Oh,
Yeah, two absolute killers. It's a real shame because I think Hayter Aminata they're on the same side of the bracket as Mercedes and Willow. But I think what this match showed you was nothing's off the table as far as upsets, especially with interference. And if you noticed, they made it very clear that in the four-way matches there would be everyone's barred from ringside. So I think what they did at the beginning of this show was to kind of give you that you're not really looking for anything like this because in the prior matches there wasn't any interference. So a little bit of smoke and mirrors there to get there, but the glimpses we got of Aminata and Hayter just being total badasses ruled, and Tekla obviously coming out from under the ring. Excalibur didn't know it was her, and then stole the match for her girls.
it's fine. I mean, I get it, but come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they maybe could argue this is the wrong matchup because look, I get giving these two more, especially when they're going out of their way to get booked in Mexico, getting as many reps as they can and improve as pro wrestlers. But it's Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata. Like, don't overthink it. But I think the fact that this Tekla Hayter thing is like needs to be blown off. I think they're still going to get blood and guts. Especially if the Willow Harley Cameron match is next week. And if they're not in the tournament anymore, there's your babyface team.
Yeah, they freeze up. Boom, boom, yeah. Yeah.
But I would still expect Triangle of Madness to be in that match. So who knows? I still think it's on the table.
Unless retaliation happens and Hater or Aminata cost them their next match,
Yeah, that's a very good point. Uh, I just think it would be a terrible idea to have Jamie Hayter invoke the words blood and guts and then not have the match.
Yeah.
So we'll look for it. Speaking of more bummers in this tournament, Penelope Ford out indefinitely, and we thought they had a really good shot of them being Bane and Ford top gods. We thought they had a really good shot of winning this thing, and I think that they've been like kind of the, I don't want to say perfect, but best case scenario for where they're at on the card. I think they glued a lot of these women's mid card tags together very nicely as far as like the purpose they've served. And I wouldn't mind them seeing getting rewarded for that. So seeing Penelope Ford go out with injury really sucks. So I hope she has a speedy recovery.
Yeah. But in the process.
But if you are going to find a replacement,
Yeah. But if you're looking at the glass half full like we are right now,
oh yeah.
you
Well, I think,
enter Marina Shafir.
and I would be very shocked if they don't win this thing now. But man, what a team! I think John Moxley's reaction says it best.
Yeah, it's that
These
team's
two,
oof.
well, look out.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. And
Yeah,
ooh, and a little dap up they did after. Yeah, sign me up. I'm with it.
yeah, and I've been hearing from opinions that I trust, that Marina's been doing some really good stuff on the indies. So if you're able to translate that to television in a tag team format, might have something here. So hopefully this is a all's well that ends well scenario.
Could get our Jamie Hayter Queen Aminata. I'll take Bane and Shafir. Most
Yeah.
random tag team ever, but you know.
Well, damn, main event time already.
This was an easy watch tonight.
Yeah, it really wasn't a lot of bullshit. This match was full of bullshit, but the good kind, I think. Like, what I mean by that is just like the ways that the characters all interacted and played off of each other, just kind of gave you that those moments of TV wrestling that just kind of just make you smile and laugh to yourself. This being Bobby Lashley versus Hook versus Ricochet versus Samoa Joe. Another four-way. Winner faces Hangman at the pay-per-view. And I love the opening of this match so much, where it all just kind of turned into, everyone kind of had their own motivations in this match, but it was like Lashley cutting off Joe running the ropes. Then it turning into, let's all kill Ricochet. You know what I mean?
You already know what spot popped me. You
And
already know.
then everybody on the outside, like Lashley, and it felt like Lashley and Joe are one upping each other with who can kill Hook the most. You know what I mean?
Oh, did you see? You already know what spot I'm going to talk about. Big Bob paid tribute to the one and only Monty Brown. He pounced the shit out of Ricochet. Oh.
Yeah, he did.
Did you see the spot? The snap slam from Samoa Joe. I thought he dropped Hook directly on his head.
Sure looked like it.
It scared me a little bit, but this match was awesome though.
This might be my match of the night. I think the way everything kind of melded together well, and I don't know. I have some burnout of four ways with AEW, just because they've done so many this year. I think we had like 4 weeks straight where it was just get the women on the show in a four-way, right? Then all the like party match stuff, but this just felt a little bit different because you had everybody with their own like motivations, and how they overlapped was often very fun. Ricochet too. We haven't gotten like a good like Ricochet being like extended section of heat in a match, and it's even from the entrances, like he was like waving off the crowd from singing like the Hurt Syndicate song, or like when Lashley put some stank on that German and like Ricochet, like he hot mic'd, like he knew to just go, oh shit, like,
Yeah.
like just Ricochet
when,
being
when he screamed when Hook tossed him.
yeah, like it just felt like he was dialed in for this one, and with all the multi-man stuff, I think a lot of that got lost. Um, so it's just seeing all this come back to the forefront, not the bumping by any means, but just Ricochet having these more drawn out sequences to just be a dickhead. So I love this. We got a Joe Pay.
Yeah, and the crowd went nuts.
I thought I went nuts.
I would say and then the nope spot with Ricochet. uh
Joe
Everything.
Ricochet needs to happen soon. Joe Lashley needs to happen soon. Like
I mean, we're gonna get Joe Hook again. Obviously.
Joe Hook again's coming. Yeah.
Yeah. I need Joe Lashley again. Like I need that
Yeah.
because
But I thought this was just a great blend of like everybody kind of got their time to be showcased, and all those like all the different styles just kind of meshed together incredibly well. I thought the Muscle Buster setup, like when Lashley speared Joe with Hook in the Muscle Buster setup, I thought that should have been the finish personally, just because visually it looked insane. But I was kind of coping because I actually really wanted a Hangman Lashley match, but it was always going to be Joe, wasn't it?
I honestly didn't know. I mean, I thought it would be Joe because of how they kept going on, but I bit on
I bid on a few. The Ricochet near fall.
yeah the after the 450. I thought it was gonna be Rick. I mean, why not? I mean, at that point,
Yeah,
but yeah. I mean, if you look at it either way, you couldn't have gone wrong with whoever, but Samoa Joe made the most sense.
yeah. It's cool too because realistically, anybody could have won this match. Obviously, Hook felt like the least likely, and him being the only true babyface in the match. But I think, for example, when we were heading into All Out, and Fletcher felt like literally the only person who could have been in that title match. This match, you pulled three people who have been in trios feuds,
Yeah.
or the Hurt Syndicate and the Demand were. Joe wasn't necessarily in a feud for a while until the Hangman stuff. Now he's heel and heated up. Feels like Lashley is right there if you needed him. And I think Ricochet will challenge for the world title by next year. So I do feel a little bit better about things going forward coming out of this match. But for the match itself, this was a blast, dude. Like, I had a ton of fun as far as just everybody flying around, but still also having those moments to show the best parts of themselves. A lot of freakish strength spots, I should say. And then, a whole lot of throws with Hook in there. And then Hook getting the big suplex on Joe, too, popped me. So, like, this was a blast, man.
Every time Samoa Joe hits that senton, I cringe. Cause
Great way to break up the pin or the submission too.
Yeah, I was like, ugh, that's a lot of meat. But yeah, I had fun with this. This is probably my match of the night too, to be honest. Between this and the opening, it's hard for me to. But this one was really my match of the night.
I had a blast with this.
The ending for me was a little wonky, but like you said, it should have ended at that spear spot.
Yeah, because I think even if you have Lashley overshoot it and like have Joe fall into the pin, but I think they needed Joe to go over strong. The only thing weird was how they were shooting it. You could clearly tell Lashley could have just gotten into the ring, but and he didn't. But I mean, hey, suspension of disbelief and all that. Yeah, wholly recommend this match. Great main event to end things on, but I believe Hook tapped around 9 sharp, so we kind of figured they weren't going off the air like that. And they didn't. If you ever wanted to see Powerhouse Hobbs throw somebody in a chicken suit over the top rope, this was the TV show for you. he figured something was up by bringing in all the costume guys for the way Joe signed the contract. What do you think of the bait and switch?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. Because I was wondering, I was like, yo, that's not Tony Schiavone over there. He looked a little bit taller, but once he got in the ring, then I realized, but that was awesome. I don't know if the crowd realized it at first either, to be honest, because I was, their reaction was a little slower,
Yeah.
but I liked it, man. It's great.
Also, don't know if there were seats on the camera side or not, and that's not to open any of that dumbass discourse. But what I mean by that is like if Hangman's back was to everybody in the building, you know what I mean? It might have been
Yeah,
harder to realize that. So, but Hangman doing a bait and switch with Shivani is interesting. Can't say that you see that too often. Did a good job of hiding his hair.
yeah, it had everything. It was awesome. It was. Yeah, shout out to that poor Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. They got they got beat up for no reason.
Yeah. But fun way to go off of the air with the themed night, and just for what was more or less supposed to be a middle of the road television, I think we could both say we had a really good time with this.
I loved it. It was a smooth watch.
Yeah. And I mean, heading into full gear now. I mean, obviously we still have blood and guts, but heading into full gear now. A Joe Hangman rematch, Brodito FTR rematch, Stat Mercedes rematch. I mean, for all those being rematches, though, for a pay per view, that's a pretty solid 1, 2, 3. We did not talk about the Bandito vignette because I'm an idiot and skipped over it. But one of the more wholesome bits of wrestling TV in a while, I would say.
Yeah. That it was a great babyface video. Great babyface package. Show just put the rockets to him.
Yeah, yeah, showcasing kind of how he got his family up to a show for the first time, and his grandmother got to see him wrestle. Just really wholesome stuff ahead of the another rematch being Dorada Bandito, which was supposed to be taped for Ring of Honor, and now Tony Khan just put on Collision. But as far as like straight up fireworks guys, hard to do better than Dorada and Bandito right now. So that should be a ton of fun. Love their first match in Arena Mexico, so I think this one will be really good too. But yeah, there's a lot of fun things going on right now. A lot to look forward to.
Still no Andrade though.
Still no Andrade. Hopefully by the time I'm back, we'll figure out what the deal is with him. I do feel now a little upset that it's WWE contract stuff that deprived us of an Andrade LA Park match. but
And
but I'm
Andrade
sure,
Kenny match too, man. Damn.
yeah, like come on.
Well, I'm also glad that he just didn't back out of the LA Park match. Also,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
especially because it was on like an indie like that. It was randomly that match was taking place in Atlanta. Like this wasn't like an IWRG or in the Crash or so this wasn't happening in like a Mexican indie. So very strange developments on that part, but I don't know, man.
wrestling's crazy.
It sure is. It sure is. But man, but that was TV. Yeah, I know I said last week that we were shooting to do a DPW catch up, and I just couldn't finish Super Battle. But everything I've seen so far, really liking it. Yeah, whenever the hell we're back, I do plan on having some extensive Deadlock catching up because they are still on an incredible run right now. And I would say, in the meantime, if you take anything away from the show, go seek out DPW because they're still doing phenomenal shows on about a monthly basis. But I don't even think we cracked the power hour. But TV was a breeze.
Solid episode though.
TV was a breeze, and I think our conversation was a whole lot of fun too. But Chris, you got anything to plug?
I got nothing, my friend.
Same here. I will have the last of my Danielson shorts going up on YouTube without the coming days, and then I'm pretty much shop on the YouTube side of things until next year with everything going on. So when I'm back, it'll be doing this. And like I said, probably around Full Gear time, but I honestly have no idea. Before signing off, I should just say, Chris, I really enjoy doing this show on a weekly or almost weekly basis. And I really look forward to picking it back up. I think, as we always say, life be lifing. But when shit gets real, one of the best things you can do is sit down with one of your friends and talk about shit that you love. And I really look forward to picking things back up when I can. So.
I'll be right here waiting for you, my friend, because
Thank you
wrestling's
very
not going
much.
anywhere.
No, hell no. Wrestling don't stop.
But
Wrestling don't stop. You stop watching for two months and everything's crazy. This is not a cancellation. It's not a hiatus. It is just I just have to drop what I'm doing for a little bit. But if you got this far into the episode, thank you so much for listening, and thank you for listening to any of the like 60 odd hours stuff that we've recorded this year. Is always something I look forward to, and I will continue to look forward to whenever the hell I'm back home. So, for Chris and for Steve, thank you for listening to the Underhook Show. We'll talk to you again in a couple of weeks.
see ya.